Alright, good afternoon or good morning. Thank you so much for being a participant in this. Thank you for facilitating as well. We really appreciate that. For this video, I'll quickly run through what will happen on the day itself. So it's the off schedule and the mechanics. So for the operation schedule, sorry, hindi lang siya kita on screen, but on the day itself, your event will end at 12. And then you'll have a quick briefing from 12:30 to 1 p.m. After which, you'll have Tim Cone speak. And then once the inspirational talk is over, pupunta po tayo doon sa plenary hall. Out of the plenary hall and into the dining hall. So as you can see here, after you eat, you'll be led back to the plenary hall where you'll be listening to Tim Cone's inspirational talk, and then you'll be led out of the hall and into the dining hall, where you'll be met by our marshals. Kaway po tayo sa mga marshals. Yan. Okay. Sila po yung marshals natin. Okay, so on the day itself, you will be assigned 3 area managers will be assigned 1 marshal. Don't worry, they'll be the ones there to guide you. They'll have a list of names, so puntahan nyo na lang po sila. And then we'll have the activities. So we'll start first with the Chowking delivery. And then there'll be a color dance na sana mag-participate po tayo kasi sasayaw po ako on stage. That's 1,000 people that I'll be guiding to dance with me. And then we'll have the Taboo Chowking edition. And then after that, magkakaroon po tayo ng merienda break in the dining hall, wherein we'll be led back to the plenary hall na nakatanggal na po lahat ng mga seats, so it'll be clear already. And then we'll have the final activity as well as the distribution of the power books and the chopping. So I'll go through the activities themselves. So the general flow, what will happen is I will be providing the instructions. The marshals will be the ones to distribute the materials for the activity, and then you will lead them through doing the activity. So what will happen is plenary instruction. Then, any clarifications, just very briefly, very quickly, the participants do the activity, and then magkakaroon kayo ng kamustahan session. On the Faci guide, there will be a list of questions there, like questions like how was the activity, saan kayo nahirapan, or saan kayo nadalian, where did you, what happened between the different rounds. And then you'll collect all of their answers, and then you will do the, you will synthesize it. So what's going to happen here is the area managers, your groups will be the ones who report to you. So your restaurant managers will be part of your group. So there will be around 6 to 10 people per group.
Plus PSU.
Sorry?
Plus PSU.
Yeah, plus some PSU representatives. So again, for them to learn from you guys. Okay. Just to clarify, after the group processing and synthesis, yung kumustahan session where you'll contextualize all of their learnings, I will do a plenary synthesis just to standardize all of our learnings. So these are the hand signals for our marshals and for you as well. So you'll raise your hand if ready na kayo. If not, just do timeout. And if there's any emergency, just wave your hand. Okay, so the facilitators' things to do. Please follow the layout. Please master the mechanics. After you watch this video, or hopefully while you're watching this video, you're reading through the Faci kit as well. Please be on time. Again, 12:30 is our briefing time. Please be there to clarify any instructions, do the processing and synthesis. At the end of the day, you'll distribute the power books, but you'll be overall in charge of your subordinates or the people that are working for you. Do I go through?
Just the,
Just mechanics lang. Okay.
Endpoints. Can you show them the layout first?
Alright. So I'll zoom into the layout na lang. On the day itself, this is where you guys will be entering, and the marshals will be there to guide you to your specific numbers and clusters. Don't worry, on the day itself, we'll brief you through that very quickly. So this will be the layout. It's an 9 by 10 layout.
just to add, each area manager will be assigned a particular animal and a particular table number. So
Right.
that will be at the back of your ID.
So on the back of your IDs, there will be stickers, and that will be the house or the animal that you'll be going to. Since there are 15 clusters, if I'm not mistaken, there are also 15 districts. Each district will be assigned one cluster. Okay? On the day itself, again, we will help you out where you will be going. Alright, so on to the first activity. So the first activity, the goal of the game is to correctly deliver balls from point A to point B. And each ball will be labeled with a particular employee personality type. If you can take a look at the Faci kit, you'll see it there. And each pair will have to transfer the ball from basket A to basket B based on the coaching method that is the correct answer. So I'll go through the examples later. And the team with the most number of balls correctly transported will win the game. So the marshals, again the marshals who will be supporting you, they will be counting the number of balls that are transferred from point A to point B within the 20-minute time frame. This point B will represent the vision of becoming the dominant number. Okay? So what you will see on the day itself are balls with stickers on them. And an example of it is, for example, the situation is this employee likes to talk to all of the other employees
During work hours.
during work hours. The situation will have a corresponding personality type, and it should be very obvious. Again, it should be on your Faci kit. Don't worry, we'll give you an answer kit on the day itself. The correct answer is that person is the distracted one, and the correct leadership style for that one will be goal focused. And if, for example, the ball corresponds to a goal focused motivation type, then they will be getting. They will need to transport the ball from point A to point B using their foreheads. Can I demonstrate, please? Forehead to forehead tayo. For marshals. Dalawa. Yan. Okay. So let's say the correct answer is goal focused. Can we do forehead to forehead? Alright. Transfer it from point A to point B. Alright. Thank you. John, please. Thank you. Next, if the correct answer is slow learner, the correct transportation method is hip to hip. Bewang sa bewang. Alright. Next, the problem child, correct motivational tool is being attitude focused, and it's back to back. So please demonstrate. Alright, thank you. Next, for the reliable one, the correct coaching method is being challenge focused, and the transportation method for the game is shoulder to shoulder. And lastly, if what you read on the ball corresponds to the antisocial personality type, the correct transportation method is elbow to elbow.
So every time a pair goes up to a ball, they have to read the statement on the ball aloud, so all the other teammates can hear it, and then they have to decide what type of transportation method they have to do based on the situation they're provided.
Alright? Okay, so what will happen after this, this whole activity, the transportation proper will happen over the course of 20 minutes. It's really going to be more cerebral than anything else, with an element of fun. And once you guys are all done, just sit them down, and then you can process and synthesize based on the processing questions. Just ask them how it went. The necessary tool that they will be learning here is situational leadership in order to inspire excellence, which is an important leadership competence.
So, Uhay, may clarification. What if the ball is dropped during the activity?
Okay, so if the ball is dropped, let's say midway, what will happen is they'll need to go back to the starting point and restart it. They don't need to redo the entire game, but all they have to do is restart it. And as an area manager, as a facilitator, it's your responsibility to check if the personality type corresponds to the correct transportation method. So, for example, your situationer and answer key says that the correct answer is slow learner, but they did shoulder-to-shoulder transportation method. They'll need to restart. So there'll be three reasons why they would need to restart the ball. So if the ball drops, if their answer is wrong, and lastly, if they cheat. So there's a chance that these people are going to be very competitive. You know, your restaurant managers naman. If they cheat, kung kunwari hawakan po nila yung bola, just be strict with them, and they'll have to redo the ball itself. Okay? So for the day itself, please have any questions regarding the mechanics or even the processing questions, and then synthesize on the day itself. All right? Okay. This one I don't really need to go through. Our second activity is called Taboo Shopping Edition. So if you guys have played Taboo, it's just a mixture of taboo and charades. There's going to be a list of words. There's going to be a list of words that they can say. That correspond to a correct character and situation. So for every single time that they step up to the plate, a volunteer steps up to the plate, they need to act out a character and the situation that that person is in. They can act it out, but they can't use words. So for example, yung naglanding sa kanila is service staff, and it's takeout order, miss outs. They can act it out, but if they mention any of the taboo words, then it's a miss. You have to restart, you have to scrap that card. And it's really important that this person acts it out, because the people around them, their group mates, fellow restaurant managers, will be the ones to empathize, and that's the only way that they can proceed to the next step. Alright, so this is going to be the setup. The taboo card will be done by the representative, and everyone else around them will be acting it out. Once they get the correct answer, they're going to stick it onto the board. So I'll quickly show you the RASI board.